Good morning. Happy vlog. Are you quite done? Good morning. It is Vlogmas day 12. 12. Oh my God. 12 days until Christmas Eve. So I finished my brother's socks. And I took them upstairs to put them in sock blockers. So I'll show you later because I can't find my sock blockers. Like I can find one of my small wooden ones and one of the kind of, I think, medium or large size blue plastic ones. I cannot find, I have like 4 pairs of sock blockers, and for some reason I can't find any of them. I have no idea where they went. It was like they just suddenly up and walked away. So I gotta take a look for those because I want to put his in the sock blockers just to kind of flatten them, like shape them a bit. The other thing I have to do, I'm putting that IKEA thing together today if it kills me. Oh my God. It says good morning. Oh, now I can't get this back in place. What else do I have to do today? I'm going to do some work on my mom's sweater. Now, here's the thing. I bought 2 skeins of nomadic yarns. And one I plan on doing after Christmas because I want to make Christmas socks for next year out of them. But then they had this other colorway, and I think it was called Scum Buddy Loves Christmas. I don't know where the names come from, but that sounds like it might be a reference to something that I just don't know about. I thought I'd make a cowl out of that one, and I know I had no business. Casting it on with my mother's sweater. I still have to finish, but I just couldn't help myself. There's the cake, and it's the yak base. It's 80%. It's 80% merino, 10% yak, 10% nylon. I think is the breakdown. So I'm just making like a narrow cowl, kind of probably the same stitch count as what I used for actually it's a little smaller than the stitch count that I used for my leftover city cowl. So I want it tight, like long and tight on the neck for when I walk her in the mornings and it's very cold. I have a feeling I'm probably still gonna have enough left over to make a pair of socks or maybe some fingerless mitts as well. But it's turning out really pretty. Look at that. Ooh, knock the stitches off. So I'm going to do a little work on that right now while I do my coffee, and then I'm going to dive into my mom's sweater later in the day. Hello! I thought I have this push back a little so that I can kind of hold up and show you where I am with my mom's sweater. So we got this all done. And I did the ribbing in 1x1 twisted rib because I find that so much neater. And I am on the way down the sleeve. I'm still doing the decreases, and I lowered the amount of rows between the last 6 decreases just because my mom and I are both short, so I don't want it like hanging over her arm. By the way, today's hand knit sweater, this is the Puntilla. This was the very first sweater I knit. It's still one of my favorites, and I want to knit myself another one now that I have a little bit better handle on how to knit a sweater. I still think this one turned out great. I love it. I knit it out of Illimani Echo Llama. So it is so super soft, but I have like, I don't know if you can see here, there's sort of a little line. I caught that and I pulled the yarn like way out because I was walking by something and it caught on a nail or something like that. So I tried to pull it back in, stretch it out to get as much back in place as I could. But I wear this probably more than any other sweater because it's sort of my throw on when I get home. This is what I'll put on. I am knitting on this afternoon. I forced myself to put away the cowl I said I wasn't going to cast on. But I mean, can we just look at this for a minute and just look at the colors in the, oh, it's so pretty. But I did decide to cast it on because number one, I really couldn't resist after I saw the yarn all caked up. And also because I don't have a sock on the needle now that I finished my brother's. So if I'm doing car knitting, or I'll usually take, I'll take like a small sock, like a sock bag, because I can throw that in my work bag with me to work. So if I go out at lunchtime and I just want to go get a coffee and just get out of the office, then I will sit in my car with my latte, as you have seen from earlier Vlogmas episodes, and knit in the car. So I always like to have like a small, easy project on hand. So that's how I justified it. But I also have, here it is, and this is also the Echo Llama, Illimani Echo Llama, and this is kind of in a marled color. So where my dad is starting his chemo tomorrow, he may or he may not lose his hair, we don't know. But I thought I would, once I get the Christmas things out of the way, knit him up a hat so that he'll have something to keep his noggin warm if his hair thins or if he loses his hair during the chemo rounds. So that'll make me feel like I'm doing something constructive. And oh my God, I don't want, here, take some of that back. She's been logy today. So that's another project. I don't think the cowl is going to take me very long to cast or to knit up. It's pretty straightforward. I may do like maybe another inch of the ribbing, and then I'm just switching over to kind of straight stocking knit stitch. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm probably going to make it about, I'm going to say that long, but I think afterwards I'm still going to have enough left over to either make myself a sockhead hat or a pair of shorty fingerless mitts, which I need for walking the dog in the morning, because I keep her kibble, when I walk her, I keep her kibble in my pocket, and then I'll just feed her some kibble along the way. It kind of, when we started doing this as a puppy, I would, if she started pulling on the leash, I would make a clicking sound to get her attention, and when she would come back, I would give her a kibble kind of as a reward. So she knew when she heard that clicking sound that it meant good things. I'll still, like, if I feel like she's starting to pull a little on the leash, I'll make the clicking sound and she'll kind of loop back around. But she also loops back around because she knows I have kibble in my pocket now. So that's just become part of our walk, is she'll walk around and nudge my hand to get the kibble. But if I have big gloves on, I can't fit them in my pocket to get the tiny little kibbles. So I need a pair of fingerless mitts just so that my hands stay warm, but I can still get the kibble out of my pocket for the dog. I do need to knit a pair of those. So I may do those out of these if I think that I'm going to have enough. Because I don't need them to be long. I just need them to basically kind of cover from here, like, to my wrist. That's all I need. So right now I'm watching Penrose Knits Vlogmas and catching up on those because I'm way behind. So I'm going to knit away on this, and then I will do the Advent reveal, and that's really about all that's going on today. My husband went to go run some errands, and when he went out to his car, his battery was dead. So again, he was not happy. His back seized up while he was in Toronto, and he's still having some mobility issues. So he's not a happy camper overall, and then his car wouldn't start, so he had to take my car. So I am, which is fine because that means I can't go anywhere. I have to stay home and knit up my mom's sweater. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and then we can do the Advent. And that is really about all that is going on today. I had a lovely latte, which is now completely gone. I make a homemade latte where I take espresso and I actually put like about, I would say, that much in the coffee cup, and then, but at the bottom of it, I'll put a little maple, like real maple syrup, not the gross stuff that's not real, like real maple syrup, in the bottom. Then I pour in the coffee, and then I'll whip I use the barista almond milk or oat milk, kind of depending. And then I'll whip that like in my frother and pour it on top. And it tastes so good. It's like the perfect cozy afternoon drink on a cold day. And it is cold out there. When I was walking the dog this morning, it was, I think, a minus 12 Celsius wind chill, which was cold. So that's what all that's going on. As you can see, she's a little sacked out. I've got some laundry to do, and I think that's it for chores today. Yeah, so I'm going to do some knitting, and I'll check back in with you guys later. Bye.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe, and I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way, but as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in Tomorrow